Good evening, everyone. Severe Weather Team 9 meteorologist Nathan John joining you for this edition of Nate at 8. And coming up, we're going to be talking about temperatures a bit up and down as we go throughout this week. A lot of this week does remain dry, so it's a fairly pleasant stretch of weather. And we are going to be tracking some more sunshine compared to what we have for today and yesterday as we go into the weekend. And we're also going to be tracking with that cool down. As you can see, some patchy frost is on the horizon. So that's what we're going to be discussing for this edition of Nate at 8. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Without further ado, let's jump into things. Starting off with those temperatures now falling into the 50s, coming off of highs, which for a lot of the area were in the 60s. We saw more cloud cover develop into the afternoon, and a lot of us didn't make it to that 70-degree mark, where we did see a little more sunshine towards I-77. Locations further south of I-70 did manage to reach in the 70s for some, but most of us fell short. And by tomorrow, we will not only spot more sunshine in the morning, this time around, that sunshine sticks with us as we go in the afternoon, and that will be yielding then temperatures more unanimous across the area into the 70s across the board. On for many of us, it's going to be a warmer afternoon tomorrow with a lot of sunshine. Going to be a gorgeous Tuesday across the Ohio Valley. We're not only spotting more of that sunshine tomorrow, we're also seeing the decrease in cloud cover as early as tonight. So we're already going to start to see that decrease in cloud cover even before we get into tomorrow, and that does yield a chilly start to tomorrow. Low temperatures will likely dip back mid-upper 40s across the area. Again, chilly start, but a warmer end. High temperatures mid-lower 70s for your Tuesday. Notice a lot more sunshine on your futurecast for Tuesday afternoon. And while we do soak up that sun on Tuesday, as early as Wednesday, we will start to see more clouds spill back into the area. This is with a series of cold front passages. So we're going to notice one Wednesday, and the second one will be arriving for this weekend. Now, the first one that we're going to see on Wednesday, as you can see, producing some showers Wednesday morning to our north into Michigan and into Lake Erie. Notice what happens, though, is this rain with this cold front drops south in that area. It's going to reach into some areas of dry air over us. So the dry air that resides over us on Wednesday is likely going to win out. So not enough moisture with this cold front passage, a moisture-stricken frontal passage, and we're likely not going to be dealing with any showers with this frontal passage, just not enough moisture in line as the cold front passes. So dry conditions persist, but we certainly will see some additional cloud cover on Wednesday. We'll deal with those clouds for Wednesday morning into the afternoon. In the wake of that frontal passage, you can see those high temperatures Wednesday are back in the 60s, getting to some cooler values Wednesday. And talking about those cooler values will carry over to Thursday, and that will start a series of some chilly mornings Thursday as well as Friday morning. Notice those clouds even start to clear out by the end of the day Wednesday, and with a lot less cloud cover into Thursday and Friday morning. This is when those temperatures will likely start to dip back into the 30s, as we can see into Futurecast. And that will be our series of some chilly mornings, again, yielding some good odds for some patchy frost again by Friday. So our cloud cover the next 5 days, we get to soak up more sun after dealing with a lot of cloud cover for the latter part of the day as well as for Sunday. Some pretty dreary days, I know, for the most part. A little bit of sun earlier today, but a lot of cloud cover in general. But from here on out, again, a lot more sunshine will be present for Tuesday. Plenty of it. Abundant sunshine Thursday. Plenty of sunshine Friday. Mix of sun and clouds Wednesday. Mix of sun and clouds Saturday. But certainly, in general, the next 5 days, a lot more sunshine. When that story changes is by Sunday. It's going to be back to more of a dreary day Sunday. And like we mentioned, that's our second cold front passage that we'll see. And that's a stronger frontal passage, much stronger than the one we're going to be getting on Wednesday. And it influences those temperatures more. Notice the surge of some warmer air on Saturday out ahead of that front. And then the cool down that follows into Monday, where highs could even struggle to get in the 60s. We could stay in the 50s next Monday in the wake of that frontal passage on Sunday. So our warmest day this week will be arriving Saturday afternoon. That's coming off of our coldest morning, which will occur on Friday morning. Bit of a whiplash from Friday morning into Saturday afternoon. Those low temperatures are likely mid-upper 30s. Again, that is our one morning this week where we have that potential for patchy frost is Friday morning. That's followed up then again by our warmest afternoon this week, Saturday afternoon, with those highs mid to upper 70s. A little bit of warm up Tuesday, but in general from this point after Tuesday, that cool down into the weekend before the warm up arrives at the weekend on Saturday. Sunday, and then another cool down follows. So a little bit up and down, a little roller coaster ride here over the next week with those highs again going a little up Tuesday, further up Saturday, and then dropping Wednesday, Thursday, and again dropping going into early next week. And now our one and only day that we're likely noticing precipitation this week, again, is with that frontal passage this weekend. We'll likely notice showers by Sunday, and Sunday's less than ideal. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's too many dry time Sundays. If you're trying to make plans this weekend, unfortunately, Sunday does not look the best. I would advise if you can pick Saturday over Sunday, it's going to be your better day. It's one of those days where, unfortunately, it's going to be hard to dodge it, right? We're not dealing with a shower or two throughout the day. We can deal with a lot of rain falling throughout the day Sunday, and it can be a washout. So just a heads up, if you're trying to plan anything outdoors this weekend, and if you could choose Saturday over Sunday, do so. Unless you don't mind doing whatever you're going to do in the rain, we're going to deal with probably quite a bit of it on Sunday. And we can see some breakout even Saturday night, maybe arriving as early as Saturday evening. But for the vast majority, if not all of the daytime Saturday, it is anticipated to be dry. And again, that's our warm day as well this week. Highs mid-upper 70s, but still overall mainly dry week ahead until we get into Sunday, and then it is going to be more of a washout likely for the latter part of this weekend. And we'll be watching with that cold front passage again, dropping those temperatures into Monday, but it also could deal with some pretty breezy winds. I think that potential is there that we can deal with those wind gusts upwards of possibly 30 plus miles per hour, so we can deal with some pretty breezy winds Sunday as well as Monday. Just something else to note is we can get some gusty winds with that frontal passage on Sunday. And again, we can see while they diminish some Sunday night, they can pick back up Monday, and we can get some pretty breezy winds next Monday as well. So just something else to note that we're watching for later this weekend into early next week as well. But that being said, this is a pretty quiet stretch of weather for the most part as we go into the weekend. It's really not until Sunday that our weather does turn more active, and even a severe weather threat Saturday towards our west is something else we're going to monitor. Likely less of a risk for us on Sunday, but at least a rumble of thunder can't be ruled out. That's something we'll certainly keep an eye on, but especially towards the Midwest, west of us, that potential for even some severe weather on Saturday. So possibly severe weather outbreak and portions of the Midwest on Saturday. So the weather in general across the eastern United States and to the middle part of the country as well can turn active as we go into the weekend. Up until that point, though, it's going to be a quiet stretch of weather. A lot more sunshine again than what we had for today and yesterday. And in general, some pretty seasonable temperatures, normal high around the mid 60s. And we don't stray too far from that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a bit above normal. Tuesday, certainly well above normal, though, by Saturday. But overall, it's not too far from seasonable temperatures as well for this stretch as we go through the weekend. Of course, the exception again with the highs is Tuesday, Saturday, and the lows, well, Thursday and Friday morning. Those are our more extreme temperature days that we're going to be dealing with those cold lows and some more warm high temperatures. Shelly, thanks. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you for tuning into this edition of Nate at 8. And Austin, good evening. Happy Columbus Day. Last week was just plain chilly. I'm hoping that the grass will stop growing. It's becoming a bit too chilly to mow for me. And if you can hold off until Saturday, Saturday is going to be the prime picking, I think, to get some mowing done before the rain arrives into Sunday. Saturday is going to be our warmest day. And even tomorrow, not a bad day to mow either. I mean, any of these days are good, really, with the exception of Sunday. I mean, any of these days are good, but if you've been hoping for some warmer temperatures to mow, again, Tuesday, not bad tomorrow, but certainly Saturday, Austin's going to be the best day with those highs well in the 70s, likely into the afternoon. But yeah, certainly these chilly nights is going to help keep that grass from growing too much, and these dry conditions, right, as well, dealing with another mainly dry week ahead. Rain chances likely won't pick up until Sunday, and it can be a similar situation to what we've dealt with for a lot of the past month that we deal with our rain chances coming in these short spurts, and we pick up a lot over a short period of time. And that could be the case Sunday. We can pick up over a half inch of rain. It is possible across the area Sunday. So we can pick up another large area of rainfall in a short period of time. Again, just like what we've dealt with. We deal with a lot of dry days, and our we pick up quite a bit of rain over a short spurt, and we can get that again into Sunday this week. So yes, we can certainly. That's why I say Sunday can be a bit of a washout, because I do think there's a potential for a half-inch plus widespread rainfall on Sunday. And again, it can be heavy at times. We can get some rumbles of thunder. Just less than ideal day Sunday if you're trying to plan anything outdoors, but Saturday should be good. And the rain holds off until Saturday night, maybe as early as Saturday evening, but the vast majority of the daytime, if not all of Saturday, will remain dry. It's going to be more in line with Sunday that we're picking up the bulk of our rain for this weekend. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. You can catch me coming up News 9 at 10 on Fox 9 News 9 tonight at 11 for the latest. And of course, I'll be right back here as we go throughout this week to give you the latest on what to watch for this weekend. And of course, for those series of some chilly mornings, Thursday and Friday morning, I'm bringing the latest on that frost potential into those chilly mornings later this week. So a lot to stay tuned for as we go throughout this weekend. And of course, I'll continue to bring you the latest. And as always, for that next edition of Nate at 8 tomorrow evening. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Until then, have a wonderful night. I'll see all of you on the next edition of Nate at 8.